Okay, welcome back to the Boomer Backfield. It's been a month, and Porter Moser saved his job in that 1 month. Can you believe
True.
it? Can you
True.
believe
Yeah.
it? It's crazy, man, the turnaround there. But anyway, we're gonna make a quick podcast, catch up with everything happening in basketball because that's been absolutely insane, and then also talk a little bit about the football class 2027 because Brent Venables said in his press conference, the class 2027 may be what takes OU from good to great. And he doesn't seem wrong. It's the number one class in the country. So yeah, let's do it. Starting off with
Let's
Porter
do
freaking
it.
Moser. The
Yeah,
last
dude.
time we podcasted, fellas, was right after the popcorn machine set on fire. And it seems like ever since then, some crazy good things have been happening. Porter Moser
Yeah,
saved
dude.
his job. So, yeah, that's crazy.
We just need LNC to catch on fire more often.
We need LNC to burn
That's the
down.
key.
To the ground.
Yeah. Safely, of course. Nobody getting hurt, but we need it to burn to the ground. Yep.
Yeah, dude.
But anyway, today, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, man, like after posting your stats, Spencer, what you had, because you had an easy Friday, so you cooked up on Excel.
I did. I'll show the Excel sheet on the pod.
Yeah. So what's fascinating about this is that we basically had the best wins per millions spent on NIL in all of the SEC. And so while we did not have the most wins in the SEC or, weren't ranked very high, our efficiency in terms of money spent to wins was the best in the entire conference. And so that gives you kind of the idea, which we've talked about this for 5 years now, about to go on 6, which is Porter Moser doesn't have enough money in NIL. And if he did, he'd be more successful. We say that every single year. And what happens every single year? We are the first 4 out almost every time. The best that we have so far is a first round exit. And it makes you wonder, what would we do if we had more money? If we're averaging 3 wins per $1 million spent on NIL, what happens if we spent $10 million on NIL? Are we top 5 in the country? If the statistics held up this year, we would be a 1 seed this year. So it is just something to consider that I think if we gave Porter Moser his resources that he needs, he might do really well. And I think we just got to go for it. I think a lot of people were kind of honestly shocked that he's still here. I would say that I am, but not really, with a new AD. I think if Joe C was still here, he probably would have been gone. But with a new AD, I don't think a new AD is going to come in and within a month fire the head basketball coach. I just don't think it's going to happen, especially when we don't have enough money. When we've had complaints about NIL cost his entire tenure here. However, I think next year, if we pump up the NIL, which we will, and let's say we have a $10 million budget, which I think is pretty average for the SEC this year so far. If we have a $10 million budget and we still are a first round to exit or first 4 out, then it's probably time to kind of let it go. But to be honest, I don't think that's actually going to happen. I think if you give Porter Moser $10 million, we're actually going to be kind of insane next year. So I don't know, man. I just hope he gets the money that he needs and the resources for the program, because it seems like every year our team gets fleeced in the portal. We're left with like 3 guys, and all 3 are walk-ons. And it's just like, now we got to go find a whole new team every single year. And yet he's still finding ways to be competitive with guys that are brand new to the team literally every single year. So I know that was kind of a longer spiel, but I just think that if you give Porter his resources, and he will likely perform. And if he doesn't, then that tells you what you need to do next. But I honestly think the first part of that is going to happen. I think if you give him his resources, he's going to be really good.
Well, I think it is going to happen. I mean, that's what Roger Denny said. Like, hey, that's the reason I'm not going to bro. Like, he's been trying to be the underdog, which, again, it's the same thing. And Colby, I agree. I think that you got to draw the line somewhere because what OU loves to move the field goal post and say, oh, okay, well, we can do this for him. And then
Very
like
true.
something would happen. And then the next year, like, okay, but wait, we love to just play the freaking excuse game. And it's like, okay, I say, listen, Porter, we're going to give you 10 mil compared to your 3 mil or whatever you had this year. We're going to give you $10 million. You can go get whoever you can get for that amount of money. And it's got to be better than what you have, but you have to perform. If you don't perform, sorry, you're gone. So if you can set the expectation, he knows what it is, everybody else knows what it is, cool, and then it happens. But, dude, for me, it's just like, man, watching these games, especially yesterday, watching Darius Acuff play, I mean, we haven't had a freaking dog. People are going to say, Jeremiah Fears. There was multiple games where Jeremiah Fears was buns, bro. He was buns last year. And I'm talking about these Darren Peterson at Kansas is playing. He's playing 2 quarters, or he's playing the first half and he's sitting out. He doesn't, and he drops a 30 ball, and he's probably gonna go number 1. Freaking Cam Boozer at Duke, they're all going crazy. AJ DeMass at BYU, like these dudes are dropping 25, 30 a game, and it's easy. I'm like, go get one of those guys. Sorry, Nigel Pack, he's good, but he's not that guy. We saw Darius Acuff take over last night. If we can go get one of them, and then put a couple of just solid pieces around him, dude, Ramadan Mo just decides to just show up, bro, and he's a dog. You get freaking Dayton Forsyth. He's going to be a dog. He's going to give you just gritty minutes. And it's like, if you can put a couple, you get a couple shooters, and you can get, it could be a wing, it could be a guard. I don't care who it is, but somebody that is going to go and just give you buckets. I think OU has a very great recipe for success. Last night, Spencer explained it perfectly. He said that Porter Moser is king of the mid guard. The guard who is just decent.
The mid guard.
He's decent.
So
He's
true.
going to probably give you,
Yeah.
sometimes he'll give you 11.
Yeah.
Sometimes he'll give you 6. Sometimes he'll
Yeah,
give you
dude.
22.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
we got to get somebody in there that's
Every
just
year
a
we
dog.
have one, bro. Every year,
Some
well, also
mid-guard.
every year we get like somebody from a good school. So we'll get, first year is Jordan Goldwire from Duke, and everyone's like, oh. And then it was Javian McCollum, and then it was Grant Sherfield, then Davian McCollum, and then it was Jeremiah Fears, and then now it's Nigel Pack, and Nigel Pack's from Kansas State and Miami. Ooh. They don't do anything, bro. They just, and I actually think if I am Porter Moser and I had more money, I am going to be okay with the mid guards because they haven't been bad at all. I'm probably going to go out and get some huge fellas. That's where
Yeah.
I'm going to spend my money. The worst game of the year that I witnessed was Florida. Florida, their starting lineup runs 2 like 7'2" guys, like power forward and center. Silly. And one of them is like literally like a super, super strong 7'2", not like one of those skinny fellas like Wimby. Oh my gosh. We just got cooked. I think we were like down like 25 at half. It was awful.
Yeah.
And if we ever want to think about like smelling like better teams, those bigger teams like Florida, yeah, we're definitely gonna have to get. I think because one of the big issues, man, in that 9-game losing streak was Mo would foul out or maybe get like 3 or 4 fouls by halftime, and it's like, well, now we're playing either this Russian 7-footer that is good. He was great. Kirill was great this year, but like he's skinny. He's not like a physical kind of fella. Or you're going to go play this guy. Oh my gosh, what's his freaking name? Anyway, he barely even played all season. I don't remember his name because he never played. Anyway, point is like you need to have more. I would go out and try to get like a really elite 7-footer that is not a Mo Wiggy, man. Or just another Mo Wiggy. If you're gonna have just Mo Wiggy, add another guy.
Yeah.
Because you just can't depend on, some decent guards and some decent wings, and then you're getting out rebounded, out blocked, out everything in the paint. So, yeah. But I agree, Porter Moser, man, for the money he's got, he's doing way better in recruiting. Getting guys like Jeremiah Fears, like that should never have happened. With the amount of money that we had,
Yeah.
Jeremiah Fears should have gone to Duke. He should have gone to Illinois, for example, where Roger Denny was. Fun fact. Or just an elite school. We just got lucky because of a connection. And then it's like all those other like Nigel Pack and Jordan Goldwire, all these guys that we got, we should have never got, and we did. And that's Porter Moser. That's a fish. Like, man, what he could do with $10 million recruiting.
Yes.
And then also, once you carry that over, like, we're winning way more than we should be. Like, golly, the fact that we're even in March Madness is insane, with being at literally the second to the lowest in our conference, getting paid, paying our athletes. Like, wow, how are we even in the quarterfinals for the SEC championship with that? Like, that's crazy. So I loved Roger Jennings' statement today. I'll read a little bit of it. At Oklahoma, we have long had a history of embodying the underdog spirit, and in men's basketball, that mentality has often led us to outperforming our resources. But an underdog spirit will only take us so far. It's my job to ensure that we match our resources to our expectations. I love that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he needed to say. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's okay to say like, yeah, we're playing a little bit of money ball here at Oklahoma, but we can't do that forever and expect to go to March Madness every year, and that's not what Oklahoma should be. So I liked the statement. Good call,
Well,
Roger.
and something to consider too. I think we had a $6.5 million budget this year. Is that right? That was our budget. Okay.
Nobody really knows though, but yeah.
Let's just say it's 6.5. Just a guesstimate. We're only asking for a 35% increase in our funds. We're not asking for like double our funds. We're asking for a 35% increase, and I think Porter would do an amazing job with 10 million, dude. Just like you said, I mean, I think we would be a lock for March Madness. I think we would be top 5 in our conference for sure. I mean, if we're making it to the quarterfinals, like you said, that is basically the Elite 8? It's basically the Elite 8 of the conference. The top 8 teams in the conference, and
in the best conference in basketball.
In the best conference in basketball, yeah, exactly. And we were the second lowest in funds. So, yeah, man, I think this year is going to be the linchpin year for Moser. I think he gets 10 million. We better be top in the SEC, top 5 in the SEC. We better be a lock for March Madness. And if we're not, then it's wraps. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think he's going to be great. So that's why I'm excited for the resources. And also, too, man, Kylan, you said this before, and Spencer, you just mentioned this too about the underdog spirit. OU loves to move the goalpost the last really 5 or 6 years, really since Lincoln Riley left. Let's just be honest here. Since Lincoln Riley left, we've been moving the goalpost for most of our programs, except for baseball and softball, because we've been, increasing in value in those two sports. But I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of the fact that OU, a huge, huge brand name, we're talking about ourselves like an underdog.
Yeah.
Like, that is mind-blowing to me. Like, we are Oklahoma. We're OU. We're not underdogs. We are the top dogs. I just, that is something that's just mind-blowing to me is our athletic director, and I'm not, let me be clear here. I loved his speech too, but I'm saying the fact that he acknowledges that we sometimes view ourselves as an underdog is insane to me, because we should always be a lock for any sport. We should be a lock in the college football playoff every single year. We should be a lock in March Madness every single year, and we should be a lock in baseball every single year for at least a regional tournament, at the very minimum. And it seems like those things have kind of been successes. Like, we made the college football playoff. We were one of the 12 best teams in the country. Or basketball, oh, we made it to March Madness. We got the play-in. It's crazy to me that we're top 68. It's just crazy to me that we consider these things successes. And it's man, 10 years ago. I mean, are you kidding me? This was we were top 4 in the country every single year in football. We were in March Madness. We had the player of the year, the Naismith, 10 years ago. What happened? And granted, you can say NIL happened, but
I would say NIL.
I think NIL is a big part, but I do think our standards have shifted as well. And it's nice to see that our standards are going back. And we're seeing that, which I guess we can now lead into the 2027 football class. We're seeing that with more resources this upcoming year going into basketball. Obviously, the facility improvements to the baseball stadium, which have been needed to be done since I was in 7th grade. That locker room has looked the exact same since I was in 7th grade. And I know
Still
that
does.
because I was in the locker room when I was in 7th grade. It looks the exact same for however long ago that was. So it's nice to see that these improvements are starting to happen, and we're getting back to the old OU, which is, where we always should have been at.
Here's the thing,
Yeah.
like, I think anyone would be an absolute fool to think that you're gonna be elite in every single sport that you have, and I don't think it's just not gonna happen. Like, we're not gonna go be elite probably in volleyball because we don't just have a history of being elite in volleyball or something like we have our sports that we are known for. We are known for being great in football. That is, if you talk about the University of Oklahoma, you're going to talk about football. I understand. You're going to talk about now, not recently, honestly, softball's right there. I would say those are probably the 1-2 that you're going to talk about. It's football and softball. Those are elite sports. But at least give teams the opportunity to compete a little bit in some of these. Dude, we're getting clowned on Twitter for our baseball. Like, these A&M fans are literally like, look at this little stadium, bro. This stadium's so tiny.
Yeah.
Look at their camera, bro. They don't have no camera. I can't even hear their music. People are clowning us for our own fans, clown us for our sound system in football. It's like small stuff
I
that
am
makes
our
me.
own fans.
I am.
I
It's
have news about
small
that, by the way.
things. What's our news? Are we upgrading it?
Yeah, with the new box, the new press box, they're getting
Yeah.
they're
Praise
getting a
God.
whole new sound system.
Praise
Oh,
God.
2030.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. It doesn't
literally.
even
But
matter.
it's just like,
I'm going to be 30.
you go look at, like, even when we went to Texas to play Texan basketball, Texas isn't known crazy for basketball. Dude, their arena is nuts. It looks
Yeah.
silly.
So sick.
Yeah.
And it's just like, things happen when teams have just nice stuff and can get a little bit of
Yes.
something to support them. But
Yes.
I mean, I think, listen, I'm all for the speech. I think it's a good speech, but I mean, listen, I could type that into ChatGPT and tell me to write me a speech that'll get the Sooner fans fired up. It could probably pump me out that, but I want to see whenever you put this into action. That's when I'll be like, okay, bet, because that's also been a thing.
Yeah.
I've heard BV get on that podium and say, this year we're gonna be physical and we're gonna be fast, and we go 6 and 7, and then we're literally buns.
Yeah.
I've heard
Yeah.
all these people say this. So
Yeah.
that's my frustration, is that it's been a lot of talk. I'm like, hey, bro, just do it. Just do it. You put out your statement, give them the money, and get us back to where we need to be. And then
Yeah.
I'm right. I'm back. I'm there.
Yeah, I think the reason that I think the speech is really good is because it's the right mindset to have. He is not.
Yes.
I think
100%.
it would be a lot worse if a new AD came in and just like fired Porter without understanding the situation or without understanding like
Yes.
the fact that we were 15th in NIL, but we were 11th, and then we were in the top 8 when it comes to basketball. So we're actually. I'm glad that at least he understands, like, we are outperforming what we're paying. We are getting a better bang for our buck than, like, for example, Kentucky. They're out here spending over $20 million on their roster, and they're just mid.
Yes.
They're not much better than us. Like, they aren't, like, are they a lot better basketball team, and they are going to do something in March Madness? Yes. But, like, their conference record is not a lot better than ours when it's all said and done now. So we're outperforming our money. But I agree. You can't. But the big thing is we only have so much money, and that goes back to your point, Kylan. What sport are we going to choose to be cheap with, and what sport are we going to be choose to give all of our money to? And that, having to divvy up our money to baseball and a new baseball stadium and basketball roster and the football roster, those concerns aren't happening down in Austin, Texas, because there's enough money for all of it. There's plenty of money for all of it. There's plenty of money at A&M for all this stuff. There's plenty of money at Alabama for all this stuff. And that is where you get into Roger Denny is saying we're underdogs. Because it's true. We weren't underdogs 10 years ago because we didn't have to pay our athletes. But we are underdogs now because we don't have the money to pay our athletes the way that Texas does. Texas, it is the unfortunate truth. We are now the underdog to Texas probably for the rest of time because they're going to have more money than us. And college sports is going to be ruled by money. we have to kind of embody that spirit the way Roger Denny's saying, because that's what it is. We ain't got the money like they do. Drive down to Dallas and you'll find out why. You'll find out. We do not have the money like they do, bro. We do not.
Yeah.
Drive down to Austin and find that out. So yeah, it's gonna be tough. Like, it's not an easy job to, in the fall, everybody's gonna be like, you didn't spend enough money on football, and then in the winter they're gonna say the same thing about basketball, and then in the spring they're gonna say they're gonna go to the stadium and complain about the stadium, and it's like, man, we gotta divvy it up. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, man.
I don't
Well,
envy that job. Don't envy
Being
that job.
said, with being the underdog, with having less money than these other programs, we have solidified the number one class in football in 2027, which is fascinating to me, to be completely honest with you. Not because of the sense that I underestimate BV or our staff's recruiting ability, but more so because of our resources, Spencer, like you just talked about. How in the world do we have the number one class over Georgia, over Ohio State, over Bama, over Texas, over all these schools, USC, and we have less money than all of them?
Yeah. I think football probably has a blank check.
Yeah.
I think Joe C. and now probably Roger Denny will do the same thing. It's like, you guys make the most money. Let's be real here. Y'all make over $100 million a year revenue. Every other sport is in debt. They don't generate revenue. Basketball, I think, generates a little bit. But I think at the end of the day, like, while we're in this period of trying to divvy up money, OU's gonna get, or the football is gonna get the blank check, and then all the other programs are gonna get what's left. And but I will also say, on top of that, I think our staff is really good at recruiting, like, for relationships and for
Yeah.
the right reasons. They're probably getting a really good value on these guys. But I think it's a mix of both. I think we probably spend plenty of money on football, but I also think, like, BV is getting a value on these guys because he's just a great recruiter.
I mean, look at Chavis, dude. Chavis and Bates are, like, insane at recruiting. Yeah, man.
Dude, I feel like and maybe it's just because it's not, like, publicly out all the time, but, like, most of the time when you see these, like, price tags that people are paying, it's like after dudes have been in college. It's like after, I don't ever see, like, recruits. This recruit is going to make X amount of dollars. It's going to be like, if a guy transfers in, you're going to see, like, oh, he just signed with Texas Tech for $5 million or something like that. And it's just
Bryce Underwood.
That's fair. Yeah, like Bryce Underwood. I'm saying there are some. I'm just saying,
the
for
top
me, I
names,
see
for
more.
sure.
I see more. Like, I don't know how much freaking Bo Bentley is gonna get, and
hopefully zero, and hopefully he transfers.
He's freaking QB too. So anyway, but I don't like. I agree. I think that football can get whatever they want, and with it being like classes, I get fired up. But dude, I just feel like signing day. When's signing day? April?
Yeah.
December?
No
I
doubt.
thought you
They
already
move it
passed
around so
signing day.
much. Yeah, I think now it's just one in
It's like in
December, and that's it.
Is it December? Okay, so I guess we got
I
what?
don't even
It's
know.
9 months. That's the thing I hate about, because these high school guys, dude, they'll commit, and then some other school will run in here and be like, "Hey, what's going on?"
It's
So,
early. It's early.
It's super early, but I'm not even shocked. And I think we said this literally after we made the playoffs. I think we collectively literally said, this is going to do numbers. Making it to the college football playoffs will change the trajectory of everything.
Numbers.
Yes.
Because
100%.
But I'll get to this later. I have another comment, but it's just, and it makes logical sense, and it's something that we've been saying. People are like, why is recruiting down? Why is recruiting down? Nobody wants to come to a team that lost to freaking Navy and literally won 6 games or 7 games or whatever. Like, no one wants to show up and be like, bet, this is the squad. I'm going to take over. You're going to have to get the guys that love football, love the relationships. But now, if you can get guys on a visit, then you can do your work and you can build the bond and you can get BV's incredible speeches. And it's just silly. And then you get guys that are going to go recruit other guys and be like, hey, brother, come play here. We can run this back. And it's just going to be a domino effect. So it's like, bro, all you have to do is be successful, and everything else just it just follows it up, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I think even BV said like, or no, it was Nagy. Jim Nagy said,
Yep.
he said having 10 wins and making the playoffs drastically did numbers for our recruiting, and like no doubt, like, and you know, like I was just saying, like I think BV is in a much above average recruiter. He's really good at getting like good values because he's good with relationships and all that. But that being said, like if you offer the same price and you know the same paycheck with the same coach with the same recruiting, but you just came off losing to Navy compared to you just came off losing a home playoff game to Alabama, way different pitch. And like you said, Kylan, Bates and Chavis, man, like we have no telling where they're going to take this, man. I think we're going to be, you know, in a few years' time, like Brent Venables said, this is going to take us from good to great, especially on defense. People are now like recognizing, I think, especially after this season, going back to like how big of an impact this has. I think people are recognizing, and this goes down to recruits. Brent Venables is the guy to play defense for. He's the guy to play linebacker for. This coaching staff they're the guys to play D-line for, the guys to play linebacker for. You want to be on this defense, especially if you're in the box. You know, if you're in the D-line, you're in the linebackers. So, I think at this point we are going to have a massive competitive advantage on like every 5-star D lineman and 5-star linebacker, and we will always have the heritage of quarterbacks that we've had, the tradition here, and that will always help us. So I think whenever that time comes to get somebody other than stupid Bo Bentley, we'll be able to get one. So
that guy, dude, he hasn't even played a freaking down, dude. And there's
I haven't even watched any film of him. I don't even know what he looks like.
Berated, bro. That's funny. But dude, I was gonna say earlier, bro, I was looking at, they had like their media day where they talked to all the new guys and everything. And I know, everybody knows I'm a certified hater, bro. I am. I don't care I'm not ashamed to admit it. I am a hater.
Yeah.
But bro, the amount of these rashes, bro, I can't no use for John Mateer, bro.
Oh,
what?
Stupid.
I just listen. I get the swag. I understand the swag. He like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like he don't have no swag. He has swag. I understand it.
He has swag.
But there's nothing on the field that he did that would have made me be like, bro, I gotta get there. I gotta get to OU.
Nothing.
And these dudes, and most of the time, bro, it's these linemen. I'm like, bro, that rascal. Nah.
I can kind of understand wanting to be a lineman for him more than a receiver. A receiver, I don't understand how you could possibly want to be his receiver.
No, I have no idea.
He is throwing balls behind you 5 feet and like there was so many. Yeah. Being his receiver, I wouldn't want it. But lineman, he
I mean,
seems
like, I guess
you
want to protect. Like, I guess I can see it. Yeah.
I don't know. But
still,
yeah,
he wouldn't be the factor that got me to OU.
No,
I don't know. I would have to make up something else. Because, like, the receivers were like, yeah. I know, like, Trell Harris was like, yeah. Like, I seen John Mateer play. Like, I was like, man, I got to get a part of that offense. Cool. I understand. But, like, I don't know, dude. I think I'm excited about the offense. Like, it seems like everyone has the right mindset. We got to get Parker Livingston some more media training because bro gave everyone just the craziest ammo of all time saying that he was going to be – and I was like, oh, dude,
yeah.
I know what you meant, but you got to just stop talking, big dog. Maybe just put the helmet on, put the mouthpiece in or something because it was so bad.
Yeah, This offense is going to be exciting. I said that last year. So I hope this year
I get it.
But I will say I will say I'm more confident. I am more. We have Parker Livingstone, dog. Trell Harris, dog. Oh boy, why am I forgetting those names?
Satania.
Yeah, Satania, dog.
Good receiver core, like really good
receiver core. But and I gotta say it, knock on wood. Okay, what issue do we run into every fall with our receiver core? Every single fall.
I'm hurt.
I do not wish that on anything, but it is a pattern that happens every single year. It's happened literally the last 3 years. It's actually like mind-blowing how one room just gets decimated every fall camp. Like, put them in freaking bubble wrap. No Oklahoma drills, no contact, no wrap up, just 2 touch. 1 touch. Just touch them. Just touch them.
Hey, just yell if you get the tackle. Hey, I got him, and that's it, bro. Don't even touch him, bro.
Yeah, dude. But if we can avoid that, I think I'm just saying. I think if we can avoid the common injury bug that strikes us every single year, I think we have a chance to be really good. I really do.
Yeah.
And especially, dude, I'm not gonna lie. If we can win 10 games with butt John Mateer and our butt offense last year, what can we do with Parker Livingstone, Trell Harris, Centenia, and a healthy John Mateer? Healthier.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree.
In a
I
year
agree.
2 Torrey Blaylock. I think there's some, and our O-line's coming back. Fasusi, Foje, EPO, right?
Yeah, everybody, yeah.
I mean, yeah, we got like guys that have
And-
a year full of experience that are
Fellas,
coming back.
I think you got all that, but you also you made the big changes that need to be made. Joe John Finley and DeMarco are out. That alone, if that was the only thing that happened, I would be excited for this offense to
Yes,
see what
100%.
changes. So, do I think we're going to be like drastically better on offense? I hope, but really, I'm just glad that we made changes. I'm excited to see what the changes
We
are.
don't even have to be, bro. We literally don't even have to be drastically better, bro. We just have to be like this much better.
We don't.
And we're
Yeah.
going to the natty.
Like actually,
Yeah.
genuinely, like I'm not even lying.
I
Like
agree.
guys, I know,
We're
but
that-
we have to be. We were, not just dumb quarterback away from being in the
We
freaking
were-
natty.
An average SEC offense away,
Literally,
yes,
maybe above average, but average.
That is what I was going to say, bro. We are, how many picks do you have this year? 10, 12, something like
50.
that? Whatever. If we cut our picks in half, let's say we cut them in half, John Mateer throws 6 picks on the season, which honestly, most good quarterbacks are throwing about 6 picks a season on average. Natty bound. We don't lose to Bama. That's for dang sure. We will get destroyed by Indiana in the Rose Bowl this year, but next year it might be different. It might be different. Indiana would have destroyed us in the Rose Bowl. They would have absolutely dog walked
yeah,
us.
it would have been bad.
But I'm just saying, yeah, you're right. You cut the picks in half, and now we are in
Yeah.
talks.
or bro,
think-
you can keep the picks, but you got to throw for 35 tutties, big dog. You have to. I don't even care, bro. Like you can actually have 13 picks, but if you throw for 40 tutties, I don't care. But you can't go ratio of 1-to-1. That just can't happen. That is so beyond terrible. That's awful.
It's so bad.
That's so bad.
It's so
I
bad.
think the exciting thing to be as an OU fan is to look at this like 2027 class and think like, man, it's trending up. Like,
Yeah.
From that inflection point at Navy, losing to freaking Navy, it's only gone like up, you know?
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's like, man, we had the Michigan win, the Auburn win, and then we just kept rolling through Tennessee and Alabama. We go to the playoffs. We get a great class. It's like, man, everything has been good news except for a couple of tough losses. Other than 3 losses, we have been rolling as a program. And it's like, man, let's freaking go. Like this is exactly what we wanted to see other than
Yes.
a few close losses. Well,
100%.
and getting beat by Texas, of course. Yeah, I mean, like it's good. Everything's been good. I can't even
Yep.
complain. Like I like where things are going with football.
Yeah, dude.
And if Roger Denny throws a little bit of freaking money at basketball, and Porter Moser is efficient with it, then like maybe like within 2 or 3 years, like football is competing in playoffs. Most years, and
Yeah.
basketball is making Sweet 16, and like who knows?
Yeah, dude. I just hate,
Great.
man. I just want to win now, dude. I'm so tired of having to be patient. I will say though, I am so happy of the trend, and it is upward. But man,
You can see it. You can see
you
it.
can see it. You can see it.
Yeah.
You can see the
You
future.
can see it
You can see the
forming.
path. Yeah.
I think
So-
I think it could be this season. It might be the season after that, but actually, man, it could be this season. I don't know.
I
We'll
think
see.
football you can win. You can win now in football, bro. look at Indiana, bro. You can win now in football. Indiana was butt,
Yes.
and they started
Yes.
freaking whooping people. If you get the
Yes.
right people in there, you get the right coach, everything's rolling, you're gonna whoop. Especially with our schedule, bro. We got freaking Georgia and Texas. I'm not worried about A&M. People are like, A&M, bro. A&M scored 3 points in the playoff game. They scored 3 points. I don't want to
Yeah,
talk about
dude.
that. I think those are the two toughest games you play them back to back in week. What is that, like 3 and 4 or 4 and 5, whatever it is?
That's kind of what cooks us.
It
it's
does
like-
cook us.
You could start out 3-2. Like that's what
You
sucks.
could, but then you could also end freaking whatever 10-2,
10 and
and
2.
you'd probably be all right. But Texas, we got it. Man, listen, if we lose to Texas one more time, bro, I'm just getting sick of it. And it's not even close. It's really bothering me. I just need that win, bro. I'll substitute it for a loss, bro. I'll substitute that win, and we could lose to freaking Kentucky, bro, and I'd be like, okay. If we still make the playoffs, everything, we're good.
Yeah.
I'd take it.
Yeah.
I'd take it.
Kylan, to your point about we can win in football now, I agree. And this is kind of like Colby's perspective on this. I think our best chance to win a national championship in the next 4 years will be this year. It will be this year because our defense is going to have third and 4-year starters starting on the defense. And the 2027 class is fantastic, but let's just be real here. They're not going to be in their prime until their junior year. They're not going to be there until their junior year because it takes time to get that experience. So you have second-year John Mateer, you have the wide receiver core that you need, you have the running back that you need, you have the O-line that can finally block, you have a defense that is this defense will probably be the best defense, I will go on a limb and say, that Brent Venables has ever had at OU yet. This defense this year was insane. I think next year will be even better. And so I think if we're going to win a natty, it will be this year. And if not, we're probably looking at 2030 before we got another chance.
I agree, but
to be
also
honest with you.
I also think that every single year Brent Venables' defense has gotten better. And I don't think it's going to be like a trend that, like, it won't get better forever, but I don't think we're ever going to have a sharp decline on defense under Brent Venables. I also think with the transfer portal, like, yes, John Mateer's out, and yes, the wide receivers are going to be out, but they all transferred in anyway. Like, right? like all those guys are transfers anyway. So,
Yeah.
you never know. You never know how fast you could reload. And we saw a lot of young potential this last year on defense. So I think I see where you're coming from, but I also don't think like the 2027 class is the only way we're going to reload, like with the portal and with some of the young guys we have. Because dang, our offense is freaking built up of the whole. It's the portal. The whole thing is the freaking portal.
Yeah.
So it doesn't.
Yeah, I think my point is, like, we are going to go from David Stone, Jaden Jackson, Eli Bowen, Peyton Bowen this year to guys next year who are either transfers or first-year starters. So
Yeah, those
I
guys
don't
are
think we're
mostly
going to have
juniors,
like
though.
a sharp, and they're going to go to the league. I don't think we're going to have like a sharp decline, but I am not fully confident that 2027's defense is going to be as good as 2026's defense and 2025's defense. I just
Maybe
don't
so,
think they
yeah.
will be. Unless we get another Marvin Jones Jr. and we get a ton of the Kendall Daniels and a ton of those guys in the portal like we did this year.
I think the good thing about this defense, though, is that, especially with freaking Bates and Chavis, if as long as your front four are solid, we'll be fine. We are always deep enough so that way you're never gonna have like some guy, like when the class of 2027 gets here, there's gonna be probably one freshman that's a dog that gets some experience whenever that is. So like.
And there will
like you
be
said,
probably a couple in 26 this year.
Yes, I'm saying 26. Like I know, I forget his name, but they were like, he's having a great spring or whatever. So the good thing is that there's a lot of rotation in, the front seven that you can get guys reps early on. Obviously, you're going to get the probably PJ, David Stone, Jaden Jackson, Taylor Wine look most of the time. But then, dude, we were freaking mixing and matching dudes running off the field because we could do it, and we had that luxury of our two deep being gross, so it didn't matter. So if we can get back to that, then hopefully it's just like a train. But if there's like a stall where it's like we only have J. Jackson Davis Stone and then the Georgia State transfer D tackle that are ready to go. That's where you run into the problem because then it's like, okay, in the offseason, you got to go find and get 3 young guys ready to play football in the SEC. So I don't know. I see it happening. I'm more worried about offensively. I don't know how Mr. Arbuckle is going to play the Bo Bentley thing. John Mateer is going to go to the league after this year.
That's what I'm worried about. Bo Bentley, bro.
Are
God, I
we
hate
going
Bo Bentley.
to use the Joel Klatt he's on my ban list, bro, because he's just an OU hater. And it's just like for no reason sometimes. But I do think that his philosophy of getting a veteran and experienced quarterback is the most true statement. Like, if you can get a veteran quarterback on your team, you will win games. I agree 100%. So if OU says, okay, hey, we'll go bring in a guy, and then, listen, if Bo Bentley can go compete with this guy and he wins the battle, cool. Bro, he can be out there on Saturdays. But I don't want us to go get some guy from freaking Tarleton State and like, oh, we got a veteran quarterback. We're going to put him in the competition.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, what are we? No. That's my worry would be more on offense rather than defense. I think BV and Co, they going to get the defense right regardless.
Yeah.
Offense,
our
we'll
offense
have to see.
That's going to be questionable after this year.
Yeah. But we've been doing so good in the portal. Like, that's the thing is like, I can only be optimistic because, I mean, we had a ton of holes in offense this past year. We needed 2 tight ends, and we needed a bunch of running backs left. We needed a bunch of receivers, and we went and filled all those holes really dang well.
Yeah.
So like, I actually am like, they've been doing a good job, and like, and also to add to, like, the defense, like the way we were talking about, like how we always are running a freaking 2 deep D line, is like, there's probably, and this is something I'll say hands up, I don't really know the young guys enough, these freshmen that just came in, to know that, like, who knows who could pop out this season and play really good ball. Like, I don't really know them that much and like, I'm not in the facilities anymore to know anything like that. Or we're not even in Norman to know, like, to get those murmurs around, like, who's a dog?
Who's a dog?
So,
Who's a dog?
yeah, you never really even know who, like, might pop out. But
yeah, dude.
Who knows,
I think, man, I'm just so. I think, and this is so sad, dude. I think I'm just like permanently pessimistic about OU until we win a championship, because I have not seen one in my lifetime. I've been a diehard fan. I have seen some of the greatest. I have seen with my own 2 eyes some of the greatest college football players to ever grace the football field in the history of college football come through OU. Just in my lifetime, Adrian Peterson, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts, CeeDee Lamb, all these guys, P. Ryan, Joe Mixon, all these guys. Noggin for championships, other than Big 12, which honestly, who cares? Big 12 championships, like, come on. Like, we won like 6 straight. I mean, that was expected, you know? So it's just hard. It's hard for me to, I love OU football, man, but it's so hard for me to get excited about OU football because it's just the same thing all the time. And this year was such, I will say, the turnaround from losing to Navy to making the playoffs is insane. Like that, I love that. And even when we lost the playoff game, I was like, I'm just so happy that we were here. Like, finally we made it back. But I just wish I could get excited again. But I really, we were talking about, like you said, Spence Bo Bentley, man. Like, if this year John doesn't do crazy stuff and you know, we have a chance to go win a national championship, it's like, who's our quarterback next year, man? And yes, Kylan, we could go find somebody in the portal. Like, sure, okay? But are we going to get the top dog?
I sure as heck
maybe,
we're not oh my gosh.
Maybe,
if we're playing Bo Bentley next year, oh my gosh.
I'm just saying, like, I think my whole thing is, and OU fans probably are like, you're not a true OU fan. It's just like, I want to see us win. I'm 24 years old. We have not won a championship in my entire lifetime, and we are a blue blood football team. How? Indiana, the worst football team in the history of college football, has won a playoff more recently than the Oklahoma Sooners. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. So I just, I'm going to be the bearer of bad news, but I it's one of those things I gotta see it to believe it with OU football, man. And then normally when I do see it and I start believing it is when we fail and we make a turn. So
Dude, I agree.
I just
I think
yeah.
I think
I don't
seeing
know,
this
man.
logo right here made a big difference for me in my optimism. I
Yeah.
think when we went to a home playoff game in person,
That was so
I
cool.
started believing in this team again. I was like, you know what? This is a big trend upwards. I actually think this team, if we can just put together a decent offense, and I think they've been doing so. Like, if
I think
we
they
were going
can.
out here with the same coaching staff and with the same players, I would be like, nah. But we got rid of the guys that I've been
Yeah.
saying get rid of.
It's true.
I was literally out here screaming. We were out, fire DeMarco, fire Joe John Finley. Look at Joe John Finley up in the box with his freaking feet warmers. Like, we fired the right guys. We did the right things.
He's eating the freaking buffet food.
Yeah.
I agree, man. We definitely are trending upward. I cannot get national championship hopes until I see the team. And I think we can. I think this year we have all the right pieces, but dude, it's just like year after
like
year
seeing
after year of
Other
heartbreak.
teams do it that shouldn't do it before us. That's what, like,
Yeah.
Ole Miss making a freaking run. Like, I don't like seeing that. Listen,
Yeah.
I don't even have anything
Miami.
against Ole Miss. Miami. I mean, Miami,
Yeah.
back in the day, they were freaking dogs. They had everybody that hit. They were giving
Yeah,
people
but-
CTE. They had dogs. So, like, they were just ruthless. But that's literally freaking early 2000. I was freaking 2. I was probably crawling around trying to bite the couch cushions. Like, okay, cool. But it's like, dude, some of these squads, I'm like, bro, y'all should not. No, y'all should not be here right now. Why is it happening? But I just wanted. I'm not saying. I was gonna say we need to be not ethical, but we need to be ethical. But I'm tired of like we're doing the nice guy thing where we gotta develop this guy. No, bro, just go win. Listen, if you find out in fall camp or whatever, Bo Bentley don't got it. So next year, Bo Bentley, you can't really develop that much during the season. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. And then in the spring, probably not going to happen too much. I mean, it'll maybe a little bit, but if you know, like, I don't know if we can win for sure with this guy, go get someone who can. Spend the money. And then if bro wants it enough, we're probably not pulling off the Arch Manning thing. That's not going to happen too many times in modern day college football, where a guy's just going to sit there and be like, I'm just going to wait my time. It's not going to probably happen too many times.
We should just revoke Bo Bentley's scholarship right now. It's a waste of money. Every dollar we give Bo Bentley is a wasted dollar.
Bro, hearing him talk, I low-key got Jackson Arnold vibes, bro. Yeah, it's been great.
I didn't even hear him
like,
talk, dude.
It's been great because John Lacier's been. He's like my friend. He's been my friend, like, on and off the field. He's just been helping me with anything. Man, all right,
Dude,
bro.
Gosh,
I'm
Spencer,
done cooking, bro. I'm sorry.
No, I gotta
Go
say
ahead.
this. Just one last thing. It is hard for me to hate on an 18-year-old football player. Until I see him play, then I can hate on him if he sucks. But Spencer, I am only saying this because you said this. But Bo Bentley looks like you, Spencer, and we host a podcast talking about you football.
You should be the force queen.
I've never played a down
he's a
of football in my life, and there's a reason.
Yeah, and Spencer,
I'm built for the game of baseball, man. I'm not built.
Yeah, I hope this is coming across the right way, but you know what I'm saying. It's just like that is the future of OU football at quarterback, allegedly, according to our coaching staff. That is the future of OU football, and I'm like, if he looked like me, I'd be like, I don't know. So yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, all three of us would be the freaking lightest guys of the team on our position by freaking 30 pounds, and I'd be the lightest guy on the team by, and except for Zion Ragens, me and Zion Ragens weighed the same, and Zion Ragens, oh my gosh. So yeah, I just don't think that. The reason I always say these bad things about Bo Bentley is because we turned down a freaking guy that looked like a grown man.
Dog.
We turned down a man for a boy.
Dog.
We turned down a man for a boy, and that's
Yes.
just like stupid to me in my mind.
For a young boy.
Yes.
But we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. Spring game is in 5 weeks. before then, let's go through.
Thank God we're
all
going back to the freaking regular spring game, dude. Because whatever that
Yeah,
circus
for sure.
was we've been having, that was brutal. Man, just put one team in red, other team in white, and just play
Throw 'em out
football.
there.
I don't want to
Yeah.
see this. We're gonna have a jugs catching who can catch the highest kick contest. Who can
Yeah,
throw it the
yes.
farthest?
Who's
Bro.
gonna bob for apples?
Dude, who's gonna freaking
No.
juggle bowling pins? And I'm gonna make cotton. John Mateer's gonna make the cotton candy, and this freaking elephant's gonna jump through a hoop.
my
Watch that.
God.
How
We're
about
gonna
that,
have
guys?
a piece of ice shaped like an OU football. It's like, dude, who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares?
Oh my gosh, dude.
But we're gonna go. Let's go through all 12 games because we're already like I can already feel us like wanting to talk about Michigan and Georgia and Texas and
I say we save it, bro. We're
A&M.
too early, bro.
yeah.
We're too
No,
early,
that's
bro.
what I'm saying is.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm
okay,
saying
okay.
is. When we get to the spring game time, let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and we can do like that'll be like our way too early predictions for the season. So stay tuned for that, Pod. Other than
Yeah,
that,
man.
let's get a quarterback out of the portal this season. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh, welcome back to the Bring Back Photo, where we just hate on OU's rising stars. Who would do best?
I wouldn't call him a star. He's just a young
Well,
lad.
He's just
Whatever.
a rising.
He's a future
He's just a
freak.
rising.
Future freaks.
The future adult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Future freaking employee.
man. If he like wins Heisman, I'm gonna have like the worst takes of all time. I'm gonna make a compilation.
We all will, bro.
Dude,
I will own up to
there's
it. I will
There'll be an
go
edit,
to.
bro.
We can meet up.
Yeah.
I would publicly apologize on
I'll
live
make it.
television.
I'll make an edit of myself, bro. I'll make an edit of my voice to his highlights. I'll do it.
No, I'll sit
But
on my
I just
bed,
know-
bro, with the fake tears, with the set up the camera, and like so you can see me click record, like ping, and I'll scoot back. I, Kylan Lacaze, am dearly apologize for talking bad about Bo Bentley.
Yeah, dude.
He is a great quarterback. He won the high.
Yeah.
I will do it. I promise.
I'll donate $20 to freaking One Oklahoma. I don't. But that's just not gonna happen. So anyway, peace, Pod. It was a good one. That was a good one.
Peace.